Hey, long time no see. Oh my goodness. If you're watching on YouTube, hello and welcome to this very first episode that is recorded on video format. I know. It's a little ironic because in my last podcast episode, I said that I will probably never have a video format in my podcast and it will only be audio, but this just shows how fast things can change, right? This channel is all about feeling empowered and chatting about girlhood and trying to navigate through life together because it's kind of hard out here sometimes. You'll find health and wellness tips, some girl talk, and everything above and beyond. So if that's your vibe, stick around, subscribe on Instagram and YouTube and Spotify, wherever you want. Stick around for the journey because it's more fun that way. Let's get into this episode. Today's episode is going to be all about how you can organize your goals for 2026 on one page, no bullshit, nothing too complicated, and something that is attainable so you actually attain your goals. And, just making sure that 2026 is going to be the best year yet. And I don't know about you guys, but 2025 was somehow a little rough. And I think that was the case for everyone. For me personally, last year, I set up so many goals. They were so specific and so ambitious. And when I looked back on all of my goals at the end of last year, so 2025, half of them I didn't manage to do. So that was a little disappointing, but I guess what I learned from that is just that you really need to set up realistic goals. And the key thing for me this year is to not set too many goals. So here's what you're gonna do. The one pager looks like this for the ones watching on YouTube. And for the ones listening, I'm gonna link down below the template I use. It's very clean, very sleek, and I feel like it's just all you need to stay organized. And if it's longer than one page, girl, you have too many goals. Or maybe you don't and maybe you attain them. That's amazing. You're a psychopath. I'm so proud of you, but I could never do this. Like, I need a bite-size goal at this time of my life. So if that's you, keep on listening or keep on watching, and hopefully this helps you out as much as it's helped me out so far. You're gonna set up 4 pillars, and I call this my 4 success pillars. So I printed this out, and this year I have 4 pillars: personal, health, financial, and professional. Those are actually the same pillars as last year, except that this year what I changed is I set 3 goals per pillar, and basically those 3 goals are all divided in quarters. So in the year we have Q1, which is January, February, March. We have Q2, which is April, May, June. Then we have Q3, which is September, November. Wait, what am I saying? Q3 is July, August, and September. And finally, Q4 is October, November, December. So we have 4 quarters in our year, and for it to be more digestible, we are gonna separate all of our goals in these 3 quarters. I don't know if that was super clear, but basically for my personal goals, I have 3 goals. Just to give you an example of how small they are and how realistic they are. So Q1, for my personal goals, I have to have naturally long nails. So right now, what that means is every week I file my nails and I put some protective polish on them. And all of these actions are gonna make that I have naturally long nails in Q1. So basically in Q1, I have January, February, March to have long natural nails, and all of the actions that I need to do to have that goal, I'm gonna be doing in this Q1. And then for my health pillar, I have, for example, Q1 is to have 10K steps daily, which has already failed, but it doesn't matter because I have the whole quarter to get this goal down. You know what I mean? So basically, it doesn't mean that you need to have like, oh, January 1st, I need to have 10K steps, and if I don't have it, it's like fucked for the rest of the year. I think that this is a very limiting belief, and I think that's why most of us can't get our goals down. So we have this really rigid idea of what our goals should be. And if we don't attain them, basically it's a failure. But I want us to see this year as basically as you have this whole time in front of you and you have time to attain your goals. You know what I mean? For financial, I have in Q1, no online shopping. I know I'm already struggling, but you know what I'm doing is every time I have the urge to buy something online, I copy the link and I put it on a Notion page that I have. And I'm just putting Q1, no shopping, and all of the things I want to buy. I'm just like, oh, I really want to buy this. I copy the link and I put it in this Q1 no shopping page. And what I kind of do is I imagine myself buying it. By putting this link in Notion, I'm like, oh, I can just like wipe it out of my head. It's like I bought it, but I didn't, right? So I'm still having this pulsion of wanting to buy online, but instead of giving into it and order whatever I want to buy, I just copy the link and somehow it satisfies me. Obviously, I don't have it physically, the thing I wanted to buy, but I don't know, for some reason this helps me. And with this financial goal, it's to basically save 210 francs per month by doing so, because that's usually how much I spend online monthly. Is that a lot? I don't know. And then I take this money and I put it in a savings account, and once I finished with Q1, I can buy myself something that I've been wanting to buy for a very, very long time, and it is a super expensive product. It's a luxury product, and you know, I have to kind of work for it. So by doing this, I'm saving not enough money because I already saved a lot for this product, but kind of like completing the money I've already saved with this no shopping rule. And typically the investment I want to make is in Q3. And it's also a financial goal of mine, but it is in Q3. Okay, I'm just going to cover the final pillar, and it is professional. So professional goals for me is anything related to my work or what I want to make my work. So typically for me, I want to have 2 videos out by Q1. So hopefully that will be one of them, first of all. And yeah, I just want to start making more content on YouTube and sort of find a community. Hopefully this isn't too boring, guys, because this is the first time I've done a podcast that is not fully structured. But when I used to do that, I felt extremely rigid and I felt like I couldn't talk freely. I was kind of like too much in my head about it. So I'm not doing this time. So hopefully my views don't go down. They were already down, but whatever. Okay, so going back, I just told you all of my goals for Q1. So there is 4 goals, 4 pillars, 1 goal per pillar per quarter, which means in Q1, you have a goal for your personal aspect, for your health aspect, for your financial aspect, and your professional aspect. And you have 3 months to have those goals down. So it's very attainable, right? Last year I had, for example, I don't know, have 10K followers on Instagram. Spoiler alert, never happened. It was not breaking down into actions. There were no real strategy behind this goal, and I think that's why it failed. I'm also struggling right now with my Instagram niche and everything, but that's another topic. So hopefully this kind of helps you set your goals together. Just thinking that you have 4 pillars. Those can be pillars that you want, right? Whatever you want, but I think personal health, financial, and professional kind of covers everything. I'm gonna have a template linked for this 1-pager that really helped me. Okay, so I'm not gonna go over all of my goals because that's just a little boring. I'm doing 3 goals per quarter. This means that it covers the first 3 quarters of the year. Quarter number 4, I leave out intentionally because I feel like Q4 is so far from right now. I don't know what I want my goals to be in October, November, and December next year. So basically, I do that on purpose. You don't have to do that, but I do it essentially because I want to take a step back in September and really think about how can I end the year on a high note, okay? So I can like add 3 goals if I want to. If for some reason I didn't manage to attain one of these goals in Q1, Q2, or Q3, this is the time to like fully invest in this during Q4. So this like kind of relieves the stress to like absolutely attain these goals, because life isn't about perfection. It isn't about performance. And I'm so sick of life somehow on social media being all about performance, being all about, you know, what are the numbers, how many followers do you have, how many likes do you have. It's all about performance and numbers and like perfectionism, and I'm kind of sick of that. How to attain your goals, how to make 10,000 francs a month, like it is just so tiring, this go 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 mentality. But you know, you still want to keep track of your life somehow, and that's just how I managed to do mine. Let me know what you think of that method. I will add one last thing though, is vision boards. I add a vision board on this one pager. As you can see below, you have a little vision board. It doesn't have to be that big, but basically what you're gonna put on this vision board is a few pictures that are based on the goals you set, you know, in these 4 pillars and in these 3 quarters or 4 quarters, whatever you want. And this is gonna be like the vibe. Instead of reading all of these goals every single day, you're just gonna look at the vision board and you're gonna be like, yes, I get it. I remember now what I need to be doing. Looking at the vision board is great. However, reading your goals every single morning is even better. So for me, I will just read for number 1, so Q1, I will just read my 4 goals and, you know, keep track of them daily. And weekly, I'm going to read through all of my goals. So Q1, Q2, Q1, Q2, and Q3. Another thing I do is I make a complete vision board. So like a big one that I can set to my home screen on my computer. I set also on my Pinterest profile picture. I don't know why I do this, so random, but I do it anyway. And this is gonna be like more of your overall vibe for the year. So it's not gonna be specifically related to all of your goals. It can be as well, but it is also like if I wanna go traveling, if I have like traveling plans, if I have anything planned during the year, like for me personally, I'm going to the Vienna Ball in February. I'm so excited about that. But I put like pictures of my dress, well, not my dress, but like just like a vibe that looks like my dress and like people dancing and stuff like that. So those things I don't want on my 2026 goals one pager, because it's leisure, right? It doesn't have a specific intention on my goals vision board. So this is kind of the difference between the vision board on your one pager and the vision board on your home screen of your computer. I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not yapping too much. See, this is why my podcasts were so like robotic, because I wrote everything, well, not everything down, but I wrote specific points I want to talk about. And here I didn't do that, or I just put bullet points, and that's why it's all over the place. So let me know in the comments if this is just like too much all over the place, and I'll try and find a solution. Anyway, for me, 2026 isn't about being perfect. I am so sick of the clean girl era, and you know, sometimes life's chaotic. Sometimes videos are chaotic, which is the case for me right now. Anyway, I'm leaving perfection in 2025, and in 2026, I'm just embracing my chaoticness. I've been at work all day. My hair is crazy because it's been raining and I didn't want to ruin my fur coat, so I left it in the car and I raw dogged it from my car to my door. But anyway, this is my prediction, is that the clean girl, perfection era is gonna leave the chat in 2026. Let me know what you think, and let me know in the comments how you organize your goals for the new year or for 2026. Let me know one goal you absolutely want to get done this year. All right, guys, so this is how I organize my goals for 2026. I know it was a little bit all over the place. Please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it or not. I wish you all an amazing week and an amazing new year, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!